And just to give you a quick update how much things have changed. My wife, after 11 months of maternity leave, has gone back to work. So that means that I take care of my daughter Melina throughout the day. Well, this is the real behind the scenes of making stock music and working from home. Ahora va a comer. Vamos a comer el desayuno. A ver, con cuidado. Vamos a comer el desayuno. So somebody contacted me through a private message. It was asking me what are the changes that I can see coming up in 2019 in the stock music world, and what are my predictions concerning stock music in 2019. I wanted to address this in a video and say that I don't have much to offer really. Who am I to predict what's going to happen in the stock music world or with libraries in general? All I can see is share from my experience, and the changes are always going to be happening. As you can see, I'm taking care of my 9-month-old daughter Melina, and you know, things have changed so much. And 2018 for us was a great and an amazing year, full of changes and full of challenges. And whatever we predicted in 2018, some of it did happen, but then changes were inevitable. So what I'm gonna just turn this off. So the only thing that's gonna be for sure, my prediction, that's what's gonna happen in 2019 in the stock music world with libraries like Pond 5, Audio Jungle, and so forth, is that there are gonna be changes for sure, and that could be something of a positive change, maybe negative change. We have seen a lot of changes already happening in Audio Jungle. This is quite horrible sound. I predict that it's going to be a lot of more people getting into stock, a lot of more composers, musicians, and people that are playing already. They have a band or something. They're going to be getting more into this type of world of selling their own music and selling their stock. Composing for media. I think it's very appealing to a lot of musicians. Some of the changes that I have been going through lately has been my hard drive giving me some problems, some issues. Just to give you a quick recap, I was operating on a very old laptop from 2010, mid 2010 MacBook Pro with a very old version of Pro Tools. I've been a Pro Tools guy since 2005, 4 maybe. And that has been my DAW of choice. Why would you operate such an old operational system on such an old MacBook? You know, that's not very wise. And the reason why is because I was running a very old version of Pro Tools, and I didn't want to upgrade that software as well. So I just kept it like that for years, and it was working perfectly fine. And I knew at some point that had to change. That needed to change very quick. So what happened is that I had to actually, you know, embrace the change. I can't be really scared of it. And I said, you know what, this is a perfect opportunity. The hard drive is failing. The laptop is misbehaving. I cannot just hold on to that idea that I'm going to keep on working with Pro Tools. I've been flirting with the idea of changing my DAW to something else. And the main one that I had in mind was Logic. I've wanted to get into Logic for many years. And but I was afraid of the actual change of software and relearn certain things. I know that they're all very similar, but when you get used to a certain particular DAW or, you know, whatever digital audio workstation you're working on, it could be something very frightening to start working. So that's just to give you an example of what's happening. Another predictions that I have as well is that there's going to be more libraries, new libraries popping up with stock, because I think it could be like a trend now that this is something fairly new. And I believe it's the same with YouTube. You know, a lot of YouTubers coming up, a lot of changes in YouTube as well, a lot of new channels, a lot of you know, good and bad things, and we just have to embrace it, really. And just to give you a quick update how much things have changed, now my routine has changed. My wife, after 11 months of maternity leave, has gone back to work. So that means that I take care of my daughter Melina throughout the day. Well, from 8 o'clock in the morning up until like 2 when she finishes work. Yeah. So that means that I cannot work in the mornings anymore. You know, I'm pretty much doing nanny work with my daughter and taking care of her, and throughout the morning and midday. And I start working now like around 2 or 3 maybe. And if that's not enough, I'm working with a new software. I have upgraded my operational system on my Mac. I'm on High Sierra now. And, you know, my computer is behaving perfectly fine now. I'm very excited to start working with Logic. And I have ditched the whole Pro Tools thing. I still run my 11 rack with it. I've been using as well GarageBand. Just to like snap out of that, man, you know, just to like go and embrace some changes. Let's start doing something different now, you know. And it's the same with stock music. I'm been uploading to different libraries, and I'm gonna do another video for that. And just break the mold, you know, because that's the only thing that you can predict, is that change is the only thing that is gonna be for sure that's gonna happen in 2019. My life has changed for the better. I'm blessed to be taking care of my daughter. I am blessed to be able to be working from home and not have to drop her to some daycare. And, you know, so, but my life changed, you know. Before I used to work very early in the mornings, 8 o'clock, I will keep like office hours. And now obviously the whole schedule has gone, you know, tits up, man, you know. So, you know, it's just one of those things. I just do this, I wanted to do this video because somebody reached out and asking me all of this, see if I have any insight. And I don't, man, you know. All I can see ahead is the policies are always going to change with libraries and sites. The terms and conditions, they're always going to be updated, you know. And, you know, and this is not going to be always like this. I know that because this is the second time I do this, staying at home and raising my daughter. I did that with Fedra. Fedra now is almost 9. The main difference is that back then I wasn't really working. I wasn't really earning a living like this. So now we're working from home, when I have this thing rolling and be taking care of my daughter Melina, obviously that has, the change is just completely, you know. And I was talking to my wife. We were like, well, yeah, we want to have another baby, and we were blessed, you know. And we were thinking to ourselves, you know, we've done this before, you know, we have experience, and but we're not prepared, you know. We have experience, but it's it's hard, you know. It's a blessing, but it's hard work, man, you know. And this is not nagging or complaining, but that change, we have to embrace it, you know. We have to like, oh my God, I forgot about the night, you know. And she sleeps well at night. She sleeps all the way through. But, you know, we forgot about how different life is when you know, when you introduce a new member to the family, even if you have experience. So even if you do have experience with doing stock or not, either way, it's going to be massive changes for you, because, you know, even if you're starting off, you will realize that, first of all, there is massive opportunities and chances for you to sell your music. Oh, what happened? Oh, sorry. It's okay, the floor is quite clean, actually. I keep a very tight ship in this house. Even if you're starting off doing stock music, you can realize the potential for you to sell your music and earn either a side income or a full-time income. And if you're like me, that you're already doing it, you realize that there's so much more potential, man, for you to join even other libraries. That's where I'm at this moment. I've mentioned before, I have gone non-exclusive, and I want to spread, okay? I want to spread as wide as possible. I've been networking with other composers. Thanks to my YouTube channel, I have met a lot of composers and fellow musicians. And they, you know, it's just, it's a community, you know, and I want to be part of this community. I want to network with you guys. I want to share my story and my life, and really show behind the scene what is it like. So, you know, at this moment, it's like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. Usually at this point, I'm already working on my track, uploading, but now I'm taking care of Melina, my daughter. This is a massive change for me. So, you know, the main thing is that my gear is off. I try not to really go crazy and say, because I know that I cannot perform at this point. I have to take care of the baby. So that's a massive change. And the only thing that I'm really worried about, oh, we're going to finish this vlog now, okay? So we can go and, I don't know, play or change nappy. So anyways, you know, the main thing, that the only concern I have with changes is not the changes itself, but the mind, my mind going soft. And by that I mean taking the eye off the ball, saying, you know what, now I am a stay-at-home dad, I cannot do this anymore. Or, oh, hey, sales are really bad now, I cannot do this anymore. Or, hey, All the Jungle now has this policy, you cannot upload anymore, as an example, X amount of tracks or whatever, and I'm just gonna quit and get a job in the corner shop selling bread or whatever. You know, so the main thing that I'm concerned about is not the changes, it's my mind going soft and going very, very dull, really. I want to keep my mind sharp. My mind has to stay looking ahead, you know, and always focused. So the changes are always going to happen, man. And that's the message, really. I read it in a book, actually. The main concern is not the problems of the world. It's not how bad the world can be or how hard can it be, but the mind going soft. And I think that's a very good point, you know? So, yeah, man, hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for all the love and support. I hope you had an amazing, happy new year, 2019. I wanted to do this video for some time, but, you know, it's been harder and harder to get a schedule going. And, yeah, man, hope you guys are doing well. I wish you a lot of success in 2019 with your stock music. And thanks for reaching out, and thanks for all the love and support, for all the subscribers. And yeah, man, leave in your comments below, see what's your take on this. And rock and roll as always, man.